Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Non-Typical Nation. I'm your host, Troy Esau. On this week's episode, following me and my family around chasing turkeys here in southern Manitoba. A huge portion of my spring every year involves family and turkeys. So here's a bit of it for you. Enjoy the action.
It's May 11th. I'm just out here this morning with my dad. We are hunting turkeys here again this morning. He's got the crossbow out, and we are hoping that one of these two birds that's roosted probably about 200 yards from us, hoping they fly down in the field and make their way right into our setup here this morning. We saw them right in this little corner next to this dugout here last night. Roosted them, like I say, they roosted about a couple hundred yards from here. We snuck in on the backside, threw a bunch of water. It's been so wet out here this spring, but don't think they heard us or saw us get set up, so it's looking pretty good this morning. Hopefully they fly down and tote themselves right into the decoy spread and catch a bolt right through the old noggin. Sitting here this morning just listening to these birds gobble all around us, it just makes a guy feel so blessed just to be able to do this. Wildlife is so incredible. Anybody who hasn't hunted turkeys, I highly suggest it. They're incredible animals. Well, not too much new really. My morning plans got foiled by a couple of women. Guess you can't really do too much. A couple of birds looked like very promising, looked like they were going to work their way right in. But unfortunately a couple of hens came down and they had very much other ideas, and they hauled our two gobblers away going west, so I guess they live to see another day.
Non-Typical Nation is made possible by these great brands. Old Smokes Coffee, crafted coffee for the courageous. Antler Obsession, Canada's #1 big game supplement and attractant. Tactacam, share your hunt. APA Archery, we are not the same. Badlands Canada, it's all in your approach. Dave Booth Taxidermy, Northern Alberta's foremost wildlife studio. Black Bear Remedies, proven skincare products derived from bear oil and other natural ingredients. 222 Metalworks, Reconico Outdoors, Black Widow Innovations, Smith Game Calls, Kodiak LED Lighting, Skinner Creek Hunts, Devin Chavez Hunting, Primal Outfitting, Battle River Cree Outdoors, Pure Passion Outfitting, Alberta Bush Adventures. This segment is brought to you by Tactacam. Share your hunt.
So as you saw, I had some unreal encounters with my dad. Unfortunately, we couldn't close the deal. Even though the bird's brain is about the size of a pea, I guess it's still a little smarter than I am. Now my nephew Shane is up to bat. Hopefully, he can seal the deal.
It is morning of May 14th. I'm out with my nephew. We are back in the turkey woods. We are set up in a little clearing inside some timber here. It is unbelievably windy here again this morning, so we opted for a bit of cover. We can hear the birds. I would say probably 200 yards away roosted. There's at least 3 gobblers, so hopefully one of them makes their way in this morning, makes a mistake, and hopefully we can lay the smack down on a big old gobbler. These birds just started to fly down. It's pretty late this morning off their roost, but very windy, so they stayed in the tree longer, but they just started to hit the ground, so hopefully one of them works their way in here. Been pretty quiet so far in the tree, so I'm hoping that they liven up once they hit the floor, but pretty windy, so let's see what happens. This is way too much stinking fun. There is one very pissed off hen on the other side of this bush. She is just hammering at me every time I call. There's no way she's not gonna come check us out. She is pissed. That one hen came to about 60 yards. Unfortunately, it seemed like she wanted a drink of water more than she wanted anything to do with us, but really thought that was going to seal the deal, but these jigs didn't seem to want to follow her too much, and she never worked her way right in here, so they just worked off. They're about 100 to 150 yards in the bush here. Probably give them some time, see what direction they go, and we might try and make a play, get a loop around in front of them or something. I guess we'll see what happens. Birds kind of skirted us, went back through the bush, and so we looped around and came to the back of the property, trying to get ahead of them, and we looked out into the field, and sure enough, there's actually a different group of birds out in here, so they're probably 300-400 yards away. Well, we got set up just on the inside of the timber in a bit of an open oak ridge here, so we're hoping that we can pull these birds off the field into these open oaks, and hopefully get the job done, but pretty cool. That was exciting. And really close. Just needed those birds to make their way through the timber just a little bit further. But I don't know, those two hens pulled them the other way. They're still on the field about 150 yards away, but they're have no interest in us. They came take a look, pulled them across the property, but they did not want to commit, so they lived to see another hour at least anyways. It's sure fun running around with these turkeys. That was really exciting.
Oh man, Old Smokes, that is a great cup of coffee. And I really like the ambience in your shop here with all these wonderful racks on the wall.
Yeah, we smoke roast these little buggers. We don't conventionally roast them like the other guy. We thought it brings the natural flavors.
Come on, you guys. You're always talking about racks. You gotta check out my rack. I just picked this thing up this morning. How do you like them?
Use code NONTYPICAL for 10% off your order today.
This segment is brought to you by Dave Booth Taxidermy, Northern Alberta's foremost wildlife studio.
So, as you saw, I had some incredible encounters with my nephew. Unfortunately, the birds just didn't walk into our lap and we couldn't seal the deal. But that doesn't mean we didn't have a good time and lots of memories were made. Now, it's my turn to get into the field, hopefully seal the deal on my very first archery gobbler.
It's May 8th, southern Manitoba. I just got set up for a beautiful turkey hunting afternoon. I have been seeing birds just off of this point. I'm kind of set up right on the edge of the point. There's a bit of a horseshoe here to the west of me. I've been seeing them off of this point, and I'm assuming there's a nice grass opening just about 150, 200 yards inside the bush here. I'm pretty sure that's likely where they are right now, just milling around during the day. It's early afternoon. Absolutely fired up to be out here. It is sunny, it is hot, I'm losing layers. It's so warm out. We've had just a crap winter and a very long lingering winter into spring here, and it's finally weather's turning. So these first few sunny days, these birds are just absolutely fired up. So very excited to be in here. We're gonna let out a few clucks, and hopefully these birds don't take too long in making their way out onto the field. Just snuck in, got the blind set up. I haven't been in here 5 minutes. First couple of chirps and hen erupts. Not very far in the bush here, so I'm really hoping that she makes her way out. Hopefully she's got a gobbler with him. But I can hear her going crazy here right now. She doesn't sound very far. This one gobble's getting awfully close to the field edge. I just see feather tips. Looks like he's making his way out.
If you've ever gone to the range by yourself and tried to spot your own impacts, you know what a challenge that is. Connect your Tactacam LR to your smart device, problem solved.
This segment is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, crafted coffee for the courageous.
So there's just an incredible amount of turkeys around. And as you can see, these jakes waltz their way in. They are committed. They are absolutely putting on a show here in front of me. The Tom didn't like what he seen coming. He marched his way in, taking care of business. And now, let's see if I can take care of business. Unbelievable. First turkey with the APA, baby. That was clockwork. Bird just went like 30, 40 yards and just dropped dead on the field. Absolutely awesome. Those jakes came in and just destroyed this hen decoy. Big old beard Tommy didn't like that. Come right in. Absolutely cranked him. He is dead out in the field. Unbelievable. First sit for myself. Boom! Plain and simple, this just doesn't happen to me. This is the first sit for myself for turkeys. Turkey went 15 yards, piled up. First bird with the new APA, super pumped. Let's go take a look. ...2022 season was short but unbelievably sweet. This marks a first archery turkey for me, first animal and bird with the brand new APA Mamba 31. Super pumped about that. Just an unbelievable experience. You know, it's amazing what happens when you put in the work and it can happen that fast. I definitely knew these birds were in here, scouted it a number of times, seen them using this corner, set up. Birds were within 200 yards of me, chirping loudly. Walked out very hesitantly, very slow. I've had amazing success with the Avian X decoys, and jakes were destroying the laydown hen, and this Tom, he just was not a fan of that. Came in, bullied his way in there, and you know, I made a perfect shot on this bird. Put a Black Widow Innovation Widowmaker right through him. Bird went 30 yards, piled up in the field. Can't really ask for anything more. Absolutely fired up about this very first archery bird.